Thanks so much for making our very first episode so successful. Your comments and letters and suggestions were really appreciated. Because of all your enthusiasm and engagement, and especially your ongoing participation, our time is a lot more interesting and meaningful. The name of this space is called Together for a reason. We want you to feel valued and respected for who and what you are. Together Villagers. So, in the coming weeks, that's why more of Together TV will hopefully contain a little less me and a little more you. Now, in just a few moments, we'll share 2-Minute Manna, plus daily reminder, and our I Can American moment. But first of all, we're going to get to my favorite part of the show, our personal wellness dashboard and letters from you. All right, let's get started, jump right in. First, let's go to our personal wellness dashboard. The item that we see first every day we look at our wellness dashboard is, I am worthy because, and it underlines all of what we believe, that I am worthy because of whose I am, not who I am. If I remember whose I am, I feel worthy of walking in and fully participating in any room, anywhere, anytime, any place, with my head held high, worthy to be valued, seen, understood, and heard. So, I'm worthy, I understand, because of whose I am, not who I am. And how about worries that I'm going to leave at the cross today? The worries that I'm going to leave at the cross today. Big one I deal with would be maybe, will I be okay? Will I be okay? That's very broad, it's general, but maybe that's kind of an overarching theme that maybe plagues me, no pun intended, throughout the day. But it's not going to plague me today because I'm going to leave it at the cross. And so, will I be okay is left at the bottom of the cross. And then what I'm grateful for today, another chance to be with you, obviously. And then, for steady work that has remained during this COVID-19. And the two things I'm going to accomplish today, first I'm going to show up humbly, and I am going to try to be a good, reverent representative of the Holy Spirit, and I am going to remember to work backwards. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about working backwards in our daily reminder. So, that is my personal wellness dashboard. The whole point of this segment is for you to reflect on those same areas that I just went through. You know, I start my day with my dashboard, and that just gives me kind of a roadmap to see if I'm operating within the lines that are on the road and not swerving off and hitting any ditches. And if I am, to maybe be able to check in and just see where I might be able to get back on track. So that's the personal wellness dashboard. And now, letters from you. All right, let's check that out. Now, the first letter we have is from Mama Shy. And there's not a lot of you out there that don't know Mama Shy. And for any of you, or for all of you who know Mama Shy, she speaks her mind. And it wasn't any different this time when she called, since I'm going to be calling you with some suggestions in just a while. And I was the lucky recipient of a phone call from Mama Shy. And in no uncertain terms, Mama Shy said, first of all, your show was kind of boring. She said I could start with the music, and she suggested a song by the Pointer Sisters, You Can, and then the song Happy by Pharrell Williams. And then pointed out that part of the portrayals of the people that I used in the show, one was obviously a black woman, which looked to be in bed with a white man or a man of a different race. And Mama Shy said that that black woman portrayed kind of the stereotypical angry black woman. And she said, and not only that, but right after that, there was scenes of a happy blonde lady twirling around in the very opposite of the image that you had just portrayed. And so Mama Shy, amid saying, great job, keep going, I love the fact that you're out there, was pointing out several things that we might want to take a look at. And so now, let me talk about what Mama Shy wrote in. First of all, let's address the boring piece real quick. As a 52-year-old man, let's just leave it at that, you know, boring is okay. I am not trying to be NASCAR. I am not trying to be your morning tits and ass show. I am not trying to sit and light off fireworks. What we're trying to do is check in the morning to do personal wellness and to give ourselves a morning boost. And so I want to break open the Word and do that hopefully as creatively as possible. If some of it's boring, it's okay. There is too much in society today where everybody is pandering to this constant need for Americans to be titillated 24 hours a day. It's got to stop. You can check in the morning for yourself for a few minutes a day where you're not seeing tits and ass or playing video games or being stimulated to the point where you can't slow down to, if you can't hear what I'm saying, don't want to hear what I'm saying, how about hear from Paul? And that's all I'm saying. So the boring piece, you know, I would also say there's nothing worse than people who, I don't know, your 50-year-olds that are still walking around in singles bars on the weekends at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and they're the ones circling around. Nothing worse than older people standing around in sneakers when they might be in business attire at business meetings. I mean, so there's a time and a place for everything. As far as, so with that said, we don't want to be boring, but at the same time, we are what we are, and that is a cute little, hopefully charming morning show that gets you in and out, and we check in with each other, but most of all ourselves. So Mama Shy, in regard to the comment about the angry black woman in bed with the white man, you know, I think that I want this show to be instructive. And racism is a really serious topic. And if somebody brings up a subject matter or a topic or says that they found one of your images to be offensive or possibly racist, I think the appropriate thing to do is first of all humbly take a look at what the person is really saying and ask yourself, or in this case myself, was there any intent? It doesn't matter in this case. What matters is I have a morning show that I want to put out, and that part of the responsibility that I have is being culturally competent. And for a person who's written grants for 30 years and as a gay, multiracial person, I should have an extra sensitivity. So to put the angry black agitated woman in one scene and then show the blonde lady in the next, coming out of the gate on the first show, all I can say is going forward we can do better. And thank you for pointing that out. Those are the kind of things that sometimes are hard to talk about, but it's okay. It's all right. And so we're going to make a conscious effort to look at how we portray people. And so Mama Shy, you are right on. Also, Mama Shy suggested that instead of saying the news before the news, good news, that we change the name to good news before the news. And so we have made that change as well. So Mama Shy, already out of the gate, everywhere you go, you always add value, and you've done so again. Jenya also writes, thank you for sharing such an inspiring video, Todd. Besides the message, I loved how well articulated your speech was and how positive and encouraging you sounded. I also love the musical background. Did you compose it too? Congratulations on launching the project. Hugs, Jenya. Jenya, I have composed the music, and nothing has been more fun than putting music onto video, and to be able to share that with you. So I'm excited to do even more audio recordings and to continue to make music with our beautiful time together. Thanks for your encouragement, Jenya. And Joe from Maryland writes, "This is so cool. You look great and the show is fun. This is a great launch and I think you're really onto something with this. The images are cool. There's nothing wrong. But I'd like to keep beating my drum on a couple points that might help or not. You're the best judge, of course, and I'm just an armchair critic. I have to keep repeating that you're doing nothing Christianity-wise by focusing on Paul's letters. The only source that speaks to the essence of true Christianity is in the Gospel or the book of John. And going on about deacons, etc., you're paying homage to the pagan Roman culture that sought for centuries to destroy Christianity after killing the Messiah. Why do you do this? Hey, one other thing that I think you would add depth in an emotional way. Can you use some symphony music? The trumpets sound, well, very artificial. I realize you're constrained by technology right now with the COVID shutdowns, but can't you pull some symphony music for your opening or something and sort of make it your own? Rush Limbaugh uses some Ohio woman song for his show, and she's a Democrat too and disagrees with his views, but it works. And now, every time we hear that music for his show, we know it's Rush. And nothing captures people's emotions like a Hollywood movie can when using deep, powerful, emotional symphony music. Keep it up. This is fun and great stuff. Thanks a lot, Joe. Daily Reminder is next. Today's daily reminder is I can work backwards. I can keep my eye on the prize, dreaming about my ultimate goal before I even get started. I can work backwards. I can mitigate my ADHD by remembering why I'm completing a task. I can stay on track and stay on point. I can finish what I start because I can use my finish as my start every day. I can envision myself failing forward as I cross the finish line of my very personal goals and dreams. Daily reminder, I can work backwards. Alright, 2-Minute Manna begins right now. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verses 11 through 14. Their wives must be thoughtful, not heavy drinkers, not gossipers, but faithful in everything they do. Deacons should have only one wife, and they should be happy, obedient families. Those who do well as deacons will be rewarded, both by respect from others and also by developing their own confidence and bold trust in the Lord. I'm writing these things to you now, even though I hope to be with you soon, so that if I don't come for a while, you'll know what kind of men you should choose as officers for the church of the living God, which contains and holds high the truth of God. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Quiet! When I'm on the set, I mean it quiet. You guys back there, the whole little Mexican cartel thing. Cállate! Any more El Taco around here and it's going to be El Chapo. Now, let's get the segment done again. What do you mean there's breaking news? I gotta get out of here. I got things to do. Breaking again? Alright, here we go. Don't cue the music yet! I'm not even at the desk yet. Jeez. Alright, breaking news. We have breaking news for you again this morning. Apparently this man Jesus has been spotted again in the heartland. You'll remember last week, this man Jesus doing healing in Manchester. Reports of this Jesus being seen around the country. Last week it was Manchester. Apparently today I'm being told Centerville, Ohio. This man Jesus has been spotted again doing more healing. Now, you'll remember this man Jesus has been, well, it's been said of him that he's been doing many, many good and positive things out in the heartland. But there's also been some accusations that have been swirling around. You know, talking about this man named Jesus who apparently goes around and touches people in an unwanted manner. A woman last week saying that He had his hands on her neck for an extended period of time, she feeling uncomfortable. Of course, in this Me Too time, we would think that if it was the real Jesus, he would have had some kind of training before the second coming. We're not sure. These are things we're going to be covering. Again, this man Jesus, spotted again in the heartland. If you've seen him, we want you to call our tip line. Call our tip line today, right here at Together TV. We're going to be following this story. Right now, we're out of time. We've already cut into the next show. From all of us at Together TV, thanks for spending another day with us. We're so happy you joined us. The good news, before the news. Todd Barnes reporting.